Hey friends, glad to be back today on my latest video here on the channel, how to know if he or she is seriously into you. Hey friends, glad to be back today, and I'm revealing the 6 ways to know if someone seriously wants a relationship with you. And you can actually kind of go by that to understand, are they serious or are they just playing games? A lot of times in relationships we get confused because we don't really know where we stand. Are we really in a serious relationship, or is this just dating, or what is this? And so it's nice to know exactly where you stand, where the relationship's heading, and have that knowledge base so you're not confused and you're not worried. Okay, the first way to know if someone's seriously into you is availability. And what I mean by availability, are they emotionally and mentally there for you? Do you spend time one-on-one together? Do you make time for dates and see each other often? Or on the other way, are you actually just texting and calling a lot but not making a lot of time to see each other? And it seems like it's really difficult for you two to get together. The second way to know if somebody's seriously into you is timely communication. Okay, so you text somebody, you call them. How quickly do they respond back to your text or calls? Now, there's a caveat here. If you're texting them while they're at work and they can't text you back, that's one thing. But if they're not at work and they're not busy, there should be a complete fast response, meaning that they should be able to respond back to you and communicate in a quick, timely manner. Because why? Because they care, because they're interested, because they're into you. That's why they're quickly responding. On the other side, if they're not responding very quickly and it takes hours to get a response on a text message when you know they're not at work and they're probably not busy, that's kind of a red flag to know that they're probably not that into you. The third way to know if somebody's seriously into you is that they don't play games, okay? A lot of times when you're in a relationship with somebody that's playing games, they're not seriously into you. They're doing that as a power play to make you feel like you're going crazy, to wonder about them all the time, to think about them constantly. And it could even be subconscious, that they're doing it not consciously. They're just coming from a perception of being possibly a narcissist or possibly being insecure themselves, and so that's why they play games. But from my experience in life, when somebody's really into you, they don't have the time to play games. They don't have times to do that. They really just want to focus on you, spend quality time with you, get to know you, and get to know if they really want to take this relationship to the next level. The fourth way to know if somebody's seriously into you is there's not a lot of mystery. Okay, mystery is a veil that's created, and that veil is created by not really being around. Okay, when someone's seriously not into you, they might call you or text you, but when it comes to seeing you, it's very sporadic and you don't know a lot about them. You don't know a lot about them because they're not giving you a lot of information to go on, meaning you're not at the top of their thoughts. They're probably dating other people and you're probably one of the many. So that's a definite indicator if somebody's very serious or they're just playing games. The fifth way to know if someone's serious about you and really likes you is that you're on their social media, okay? Big deal. They're not hiding their social media from you, their Instagram, their Facebook. Instead, you're actually on their Facebook, tagged, not hidden, not somebody over there, not somebody that's not their friend. You're part of their social media. They care about you, they're tagging you, and they're not trying to hide you from their friends or from possibly other people that they're seeing. The sixth way to know that somebody's seriously into you is that they're no longer on dating sites. Now, whether or not you met on a dating site or not doesn't matter. The fact is, if somebody really likes you and wants to create a relationship with you, they will deactivate their accounts. Now, if you see the opposite and you realize that their accounts are not deactivated and they are still active, that is a definite red flag to reveal the fact that they're probably not that into you and definitely not serious about this relationship and probably keeping their sites open and their options open, and that's why they're still staying on those dating sites. On today's video, I want to start a new tradition. I've been asking you to comment in the comment section below in these videos, and you have been, and I appreciate it. And now I want to start answering those questions from you that you've asked me in previous videos. So I'm going back to last week's video and I'm going to answer a question from one of my subscribers. Here we go. Okay, Nico asked a question from last week. First of all, he states, my goal this year is to be more patient and to show more self-love. I constantly judge myself when I pass the mirror and it takes quite a bit of convincing to love myself. So whenever I think bad thoughts, I repeat stop over and over in my head until it's drowned out. So far, it's working. In terms of patience, I need more patience when trying to understand others. I have regained my short-term temper, and I'm really unhappy with that. Do you have any tips on showing more patience, thinking before acting? Thanks, Ashley. I watch your videos all the time, and they do help. Thank you, Nico. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you asking that question, and I'd like to answer that right now. Okay, so you asked that you need more patience. So you asked me, do you have any tips on showing more patience and thinking before acting? I do. Okay, when we're in the heat of a moment, right, and we get angry based on what somebody says or does, oftentimes what? We don't stop, we don't breathe, we don't think, we just act. And usually what happens in those situations is, well, guess what? We end up feeling bad about the stuff we said. It doesn't make anything happen in a good way. It just kind of starts this discontent. It makes us angry. It stresses us out. It raises our blood pressure. All those things that aren't good for us. So what I suggest is the next time that you're feeling as though you're going to lose your temper and you need to have more patience, no matter what's happening, is take a deep breath. Remember, you don't have to respond right now. Sometimes it's nice to just say, hey, I'll come right back. I need to take a short break and I'll be back momentarily. Taking a walk around the block, just getting some air and focusing on things and realizing this isn't the end of the world, okay? It might be something we have to deal with, but if we just take some time to decompress, we will actually respond back in the proper manner. Okay, so taking some time, stepping back, breathing, even walking it off does amazing things to coming back into the situation and being the voice of reason instead of just escalating the fight. The good thing about that is you take the high ground, you feel good about your response, and usually you come up with a solution that helps everyone. Thanks, Nico, for the question. I really appreciate it. Okay, for all you out there, all my friends, all my subscribers, please ask questions. Comment in the comment section. I would love to talk about and answer your question in the next video. And I really appreciate these amazing questions and amazing comments. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell your friends and family about it because they might need some of this information to make their life better and easier. And again, I appreciate you. Don't forget, because I know that you are, but don't forget every moment to live your true life.